What if the biggest change in your Christmas this year isn't the food, the weather, or your relatives, but the moment you realize when someone you love is no longer navigating the day the way they used to? And here's the part that no one tells you. How to handle the first few moments of a holiday gathering with someone living with dementia can set the tone for the entire day. Now this Christmas, thousands of Australian families will be seeing dementia close up, and sometimes for the very first time. But here's the twist. Experts say joy is still possible. The how just looks different. Stick around, because the tiniest changes, decor, timing, even how you ask a simple question, can transform the day from stressful to meaningful. Now coming up, I'll show you the one common family habit that quietly creates the most distress, and the simple swap that fixes it. Dementia became Australia's leading cause of death this year. And behind that statistic are more than 433,000 Australians living with dementia, and thousands of families heading into the holidays unsure how to celebrate. Sophie Hennessy from Dementia Australia puts it simply: the person is still a person first. They still want connection. They still want to be involved. And they still want Christmas. But traditional celebrations can feel like chaos. Too many voices talking at once. Too many flashing lights. Too many changes in a familiar environment. And that's where the overwhelm hits. Yet with a few thoughtful tweaks, Christmas can still feel safe, warm, and deeply familiar. The kind of celebration they can engage with instead of feeling lost inside. Here's where it gets powerful. A dementia-friendly Christmas doesn't just reduce stress, it actually taps into the strongest remaining memories. The smell of the pudding, the familiar carol, that plate of finger foods that they've always loved. These sensory cues can spark recognition in ways normal conversations can't. So how do you create this kind of celebration? You can make the environment calm, the conversation simple, and the traditions flexible. Here's a few high impact changes. Soft, non-flashing decorations. Good lighting, none of that nightclub glare. Quiet spaces for breaks. Earlier celebrations to avoid evening confusion. Small, familiar routines instead of big, noisy gatherings. One question at a time conversations. And this is the big one, you join their reality instead of forcing them back into yours. If they believe they have a meeting with the Queen, you don't correct, you explore. It keeps dignity intact and distress down. In a moment, I'll share the one conversation technique that instantly calms delusions and works almost every time. And don't forget the carers. They often carry the heaviest load, emotionally and practically. A little planning, a little support, and even a short break can make the whole season more manageable. Now here's how to bring it all together for a meaningful Christmas. Start planning early. Keep decorations simple and calming. Time celebrations for when your loved one functions best. Prep your visitors so they know what to expect. Modify traditions. Keep the spirit, change the format. Use respite services if you need a breather. And above all, focus on connection over perfection. If you need help, the National Dementia Helpline is available 24/7 at 1800 100 500. You don't have to navigate this alone, because at the end of the day, the most valuable gift isn't wrapped, it's presence, patience, it's singing an old favourite carol together, or sharing a quiet moment that reminds your loved one and you that the relationship is still there. If your family has had to adapt your Christmas traditions, share what's helped in the comments. Your insight might be the lifeline another family needs this year. Well, thanks so much for spending the time with me here today. I really do appreciate that. I'm Robbie from Living Life in the Lucky, A Life After 60, where we talk honestly about issues that matter once you turn 60. And dementia is definitely one of them. So stay curious, be kind to one another, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Merry Christmas, everybody.